to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. My name's Leah and I'm clueless about books, and I say that because I have only just recently in the last few months picked up books to read properly. And I mean, my Goodreads goal was 10 books. I've managed to read 42 so far, so you can tell I've been on a reading mission. It's like a light was switched on. So I used to be a mega bookworm when I was younger, and then all of a sudden the internet came and it ruined my love for books, I think. But I'm back and I'm loving it. So I have had a little bit of a hiatus. I went and got married, and you will have seen the video that has actually had quite a lot of views. I put on a video, but I thought I would bring you my November TBR. There are 10 books on this TBR, which is adventurous. I can get through 10 if I work hard, and admittedly there's some that I've actually started at the end of October, so I will start with that. So physically my dog ate this, which I'm really sad about, but I'm in the middle of a buddy read of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I'll put it this side because there's loads of room. So I picked this book up. I had no preconceptions. I'd never seen any reviews about the book. I just really liked the cover, and I think it was really cheap, and that's why I picked it up. I'm so sad that my dog has had a go at it. I'm really upset. Luckily, I've read the pages that he decided, maybe he just really liked the cover too. So I have currently read 209 pages of the buddy read. I'm doing it with somebody here on BookTube called Eb Reads, and I will link her channel below. We're trying to read 2 chapters a day. We're not doing that, to be fair. Both of us are like, oh my God, because they're longer chapters than you think. Probably should have looked at the chapter length before we put 2 chapters in a day. But I think we'll probably finish this in the next, maybe the early November. So it's in my November TBR because I feel like it will be finished then. So that's Cleopatra and Frankenstein. So just I suppose this is a debut novel, by the way, by Coco Mellors. It feels like it's a romance, and it has these 2 characters called Cleo and Frank, and that's where this came from. So I'm not going to tell you much about it, to be honest, because I feel like I went into it completely blind, and I'm enjoying it. I won't give it, again, much away. The other book that I have started and I will probably finish in November is The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. I mentioned that this is one that I want to get read by the end of the year. I couldn't wait to start it. I really couldn't, because I loved the other ones. I've already cried a couple of times. I'm about to start crying again because I've just got to a part in the book that is really poignant. But I love it. It's great, and I'm sure I'll finish it in November. But it's audiobook, so because it's audio, so I'd love to be able to listen to audiobooks while I work, but because I have to concentrate and read things while I work, I can't listen to an audiobook. It's never going to happen. But the only time I really listen to audiobooks is when I go down to London for work. And I did get through quite a lot of it when I went to London. I also listen when I do my dog walks. So, but my dog walks at the moment have been quite short because I've been quite poorly. So that's that. By the way, it's really cold in here. I know there's a radiator right there, but it's not radiator time yet, is it? It's not radiator time. So I picked this up only recently, but I'm gagging to read it. This is Perfume by Patrick Susskind, the story of a murderer. I watched the film in about 2007, and I think that's when it was out. I can't wait to read this. I feel like it's going to be really gothic, really eerie. And it's so funny because if somebody said, what is your book preference? What is the book genre preference? Gothic, eerie, scary, weird would not have been the choices of words that I picked. However, that seems to be the route I'm taking. I love them. I like something that is a bit thought-provoking, that makes me a bit confused, feel chaotic. I kind of like it. And it's weird because in my normal everyday life, that is definitely not where I want to be. I want to have calm. So it's like the opposite. I'm a member of a number of book groups on Facebook, and I really struggle because none of them like the books I like, and they all like smutty sort of fantasy romance, and I'm just not. I'm not about that life. I'm just not. I haven't got the time for it. I just can't. I'm not prudish, but I just get like second-hand awkwardness. Even I've always been the same from like a young age, and when I was like an elder teenager, early 20s, and like girls were like, "Oh, should we get to strip places?" Or there was a stripper or something. I couldn't do it, and I just got second-hand embarrassment. That was all, and it's just the way I am. I don't mind. Like I'm not saying that I have a problem with it. It's the way that I am. I would rather just be like cocooned. I'm not prudish, but I've just always been like that. Anyway, the Perfume. Can't wait to read this. And the fact that it's only like 263 pages, I just think I'm going to have a good time. I might do some like read-alongs with that one. I'm hoping to do another buddy read after Cleopatra and Frankenstein with somebody on here that I've just found who was reviewing Ripe by Sarah Rose Etta, and she's also on that same track of I like weird books, so I'd like to do a buddy read with her, and I might do Ghost Music by Anne Yu, but I need to read the other one first. So we will figure it out and we'll see what happens. So I won't talk about that in my TBR just in case it doesn't happen. We've not figured it out, so it might happen. But the next one I want to read is the 4th volume of Heartstopper. I could have read these all in one go. I had volume 1 to 4 from about, June. However, I am very, very slowly reading them and trying to consume them at least once a month. So I've read the first 3, I've read already, and now I'm on volume 4. Volume 5 is out next month, I'm hoping, because I will read it then. If not, I'll read it in January, because I want to consume them slowly. I love the Heartstopper books. There's just something about Charlie and Nick. Their relationship is so similar to mine and my wife's. You know, Nick is my wife. Like, my wife is Nick. That is who I would... And I... not so much Charlie, but my wife is definitely a Nick character. Like, in every way. So I just love it. It's just such a lovely book. And we've got to a place where there's some issues being discussed. And I'd like to see where that goes. So I'm looking forward to volume 4. Okay. The other one is a non-fiction book. Ooh, I hear you say. I really am excited to read Strong Female Character by Fern Brady. Fern Brady is a comedian who has been diagnosed with autism at an older age, and this is about her journey, basically. She talks about she talks about her diagnosis of autism, her terrible Catholic childhood, her friendship with an elderly man who runs the corner shop and is definitely not trying to groom me, homelessness, stripping, more stripping but with nervous breakdowns. I hate everyone at Edinburgh Uni, etc. Oh God. I mean, it just sounds very similar to me. And I have to say that although I'm experiencing, I would say I do have ADHD, undiagnosed by the way, but it is, I'm going down the path of that at the moment. My daughter is going down the route of autism diagnosis, and I really want to just read this. I really want to learn more about neurodiverse people. I know that if you've met one neurodiverse person, you've met one neurodiverse person, because everyone's different, and that's what people seem to forget, is that neurodiversity, in the same as neurotypicalness, everyone's different. So, you know, I think we just need to Yes, there'll be similarities, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, and I don't often read things like that. But I do like Fern Brady. I think she's great. Anyway, coming on to another series. Oh my God, there's 2 series here. 3 series. All of the series that I've ever read in my TBR. So I read the Marlowe Murder Club mystery. I really enjoyed it, by Robert Thorogood. It wasn't a 5-star like the Richard Osman books were. I gave it a 4-star, strong 4. I really did enjoy it. But I love a cosy crime. We are in November. I really enjoyed the first book, so I just want to see where the characters' lives go. I think there's going to be a 3rd one. So I'm okay with that. Like, I am fine with there being more. Robert Thorogood is like a well-established writer as well. Like, he wrote the Death in Paradise, and that became a TV show, if you've seen it. So I think that this will be a fun, easy read. It will plug a gap where I want one. Like, to, if I'm reading a strong female character, or maybe the Perfume, I might need something a little bit more shallow, easy, fickle a bit. I don't know, just something that's not going to be too draining. So this one will be it, I hope, because I really enjoyed the first one. So they're physical books. And then I've got some books from NetGalley that I really need to read that were out in August. I've got a lot up to the end of the year, actually, that I need to read. So I'm just going to keep plodding through them. But one of them is Lost on Me by Veronica Reno. I think it's been a bestseller in Italy. It's been translated. So I'm really looking forward to read it. It's meant to be a little bit comedy. So I'm excited about that. Then we've got She's a Killer by Kirsten McDougall. I don't think she'll appreciate McDougall. She's a Killer by Kirsten McDougall. I really like the cover of this, but I've just seen another book that was out a couple of years ago with a very similar cover, a pineapple and the pineapple symbolism. So I don't know whether it's the same publisher. We'll have to see. I don't know anything about the book, She's a Killer. I didn't read the synopsis. I must have done because I requested it. But I'm really excited by it. I think it's a sort of a mystery, a thriller. But it seems like it might be comical. Just based on the cover, I think. We'll see. I'm actually going to also read Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. I think I'd really like it. It's a YA book, but it explores quite adult themes. It was recommended by Eb Reads, actually, who I'm doing my buddy read with, and she had that in I think it was books with a unexpected twist, like the best books with an unexpected twist, something like that. Anyway, I thought it looked good, so I'm going to read this Tiffany D. Jackson book. I created a book club in my local area. There wasn't one in my local town. There was, but it was on a Friday at 11:30, like I work. It's not possible to go to. So I created one, and we chose our first book, which is One Moment in Time by Shari Lowe. So we're going to read that. And what I tried to do was I chose 4 books that were different genres, but the ones that are on Kindle for like under £1 or free with Kindle Unlimited or free with Kindle Prime, because I was like, I don't want people to spend loads of money on books, so I want to keep the cost down. So this was the one that it literally won by 1 vote. It was going to be Profit was the other one that was, and that's more of a thriller type thing. And I actually was quite looking forward to that. But this one has been chosen, One Moment in Time by Shari Lowe. I don't know anything about the book. All I know is it's about a moment in time that could change everything. I feel like it might be a little bit of a rom-com, but we'll see. And that is the final one. So I have 1 book club one buddy read, and the rest are books that I am really excited about. Really, really excited. I'm hoping I'm going to get through more than I've actually got. I know 10 seems a lot, but 2 I'm already nearly finished. So I'm hoping I can really, really get through these books. I enjoy reading. I don't try and get through them quickly because I want to have more books read. But it is more to do with the fact that I've got loads that I want to read. There's so many that I want to read, especially in the winter. It's my birthday in January, and I'm super super excited because I have asked to do a Peak District book tour. So we live near the Peak District, very near, like I can see the hills from my house. And I know there are lots of lovely bookshops, either secondhand or new bookshops, but independent. And I'm very, very excited. Let me know what's on your November TBR. Let me know if there's any of these books that you're excited about, that you've read or that you haven't read and you would like to read in the comment box below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you'd like to, because it would really make my day. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.